Bet you thought you were rid of me. No, I have to do my June haul. And as I said in the end of the May haul, I need to really slow down on the book buying, and I was even contemplating doing a shelf slam. So I did slow down. My husband did not. He sent me a few books, I bought a few books, but seriously, the stack is significantly smaller than it could have been, so I'm happy with it. The first book my husband sent to me, in a partridge in a pear tree. Yes, Frank? She's having a day. Was Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. He got me the hardcover edition, and I believe I will do the triad, which is Brave New World 1984 and The Handmaid's Tale. I'll just reread them all at once and be horribly depressed for a little bit. It's been at least 15 years since I read this last, but I feel like it's probably time. The current political climate, it's probably time to kick out Brave New World. And I know he wants to read it too, so it's probably a good thing to have around. And then he also sent me the F. So he's getting me all the drop cap. Is it drop cap? Drop cap. The Penguin drop cap editions. While he's gone, he has them sent to me because he's sweet like that. And so F is Gustave Flaubert's Madame Bovary. I've never read Madame Bovary. I haven't taken the wrapping off yet because I haven't. I've read the Austen, which was A. In August, we're both reading the B because I sent him off with my old copy, my school copy of Jane Eyre. And we will be reading Jane Eyre, which is the B for Charlotte Bronte. And then I'll continue onward until I am done them all. I also have the Tolstoy, but I think I'm only like 5 pages into the Tolstoy, so I feel kind of bad about that. Not gonna lie, failing at that read-along. Because I'm buddy reading with my husband, and he takes precedent. And then I bought 2 books. One of them is You Don't Have to Say You Love Me by Sherman Alexie, who is the award-winning author of The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. Now, I read that, and I really enjoyed it for a young adult book. I bought it thinking it wasn't a young adult book, and I still found it very enjoyable. So now it is my mission to get all Sherman Alexie because I want to support Aboriginal, Indigenous, First Nations, Native American authors. And this is a memoir about family, love, loss, and forgiveness. And it's about his mom and basically his childhood. You can see the gorgeous black and white picture. So it has some blurbs on the back from the LA Times, New York Times Book Review, The Nation, the San Francisco Chronicle. I could really care less. I just really want to read a memoir by an Aboriginal person. Like, seriously. Saw it, had to get it, didn't even know it existed. Made my day. Made my day. The other book I bought while I was out and about was Swimming Lessons by Claire Fuller, partially motivated by the fact that Anna BB03AAB recommended it. I've seen it all over Booktube. There's been some serious hits, some serious misses as far as this book is concerned, and I waffled, but it was dirt cheap where I saw it, okay? I'll be honest, I was at Costco, and it was cheaper than Amazon. And I know that's bad, and I should support my local independent books, but sometimes you have to, and I had to. And this is about, I'm sure everybody's heard the premise that this is the woman who writes letters and sticks them into the books of her husband's library, and we don't really know if she's gone or if she killed herself. It's got a lot of blurbs. A lot of blurbs. A lot of blurbs. So I'm looking forward to reading it. I love the cover. I think it's gorgeous. And it's got that rubbery feeling to it. Getting into the hardcovers, and I really don't need to, because let me tell you, when we move, which we will, it's going to be a beast. And no one's going to want to help, because last time I moved, like, when I moved to America from Canada, and I, gave away, most of my possessions, and then I had, the mandatory books that had to move with me, which was still 2 bookshelves worth, I ended up like, it's like, here are all the books. No, yeah. When I moved from my apartment to my home, when I lived in Canada, my brothers were like, we're never moving you again. We're never helping you move again. You have too many books. Hiring a company, that's what we will do. And then just yesterday, which was Friday, came in G. So I'm counting it for June because it came in on the 30th. It counts. And I know I'll probably get H this month. And G is William Golding's Lord of the Flies, which I read, when did I read this? 1994. And I only remember I read it in 1994 because I was listening to Nine Inch Nails' Downward Spiral, and the song Piggy was inspired by one of the band members as well as by this book. So, and on the back of each Penguin drop cap they have like a line from it, and this one says they used to call me Piggy. So maybe I'll listen to the Downward Spiral. No, that would be bad. Listen to the Downward Spiral while doing that. So yes, G. He's gonna run out of things to get me if he keeps up at this rate. Actually, he won't, because there's always more books. So that was my June haul, and I'm actually quite impressed that it's only 5 books. That means I have a chance of like getting somewhere. I have, what is it? There were 73 books on the challenge list. My husband challenged me to read everything I had in my TBR this year prior to starting this year, and I wrote them all down, and there were 73. And I've gotten, how many of them? I have a stat here. 16 out of 73. Because I just keep adding. So hopefully July will be equally as sparse a month for book buying, and I can really get some reading done. May was really my reading month. January and May. I read more when my husband's around. Who knew? But I will see you next month. Bye, Booktube.